Oh man, finally. In beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida. Everybody, Benjamin Evan Mark Walker, board member, Ride for Change, Ride for Hope Foundation.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you, man.
Absolutely.
Finally having an opportunity to spend some time together at an event. And Benjamin has been very instrumental in raising up our image in the community with his talents as a graphic designer and for many of the Harley Davidson dealerships, and even introducing us to some folks and opening up some doors so that we can push our agenda through, and that's been great.
Oh man, my pleasure.
Man, Benjamin, welcome to Daytona.
It's great to be here. It's fantastic. This event is wonderful.
How you feeling?
A little hot, a little sweaty.
A little hot, a little sweaty.
Really good though.
That's an understatement, man.
It is
burning up.
It is. It's fantastic to be around this many riders and this diverse group of riders.
Absolutely. Yesterday, not yesterday, but a few days ago, I stopped off in New Brunswick and we were having a conversation at lunch, and we thought that we were videotaping the conversation, but unfortunately we were not videotaping, but we had a hell of a conversation.
We did.
I think we were talking about unity or
Yep.
Riders United to Serve Humanity, and but then again we were talking about somehow the conversation turned to race.
Yeah.
Unity, is that realistic in what we were trying to do?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is it realistic?
I feel it is. I mean, you know, the world is such a large place, and I mean, unless you don't plan on ever leaving, you know, your house, it's really hard to not encounter, you know, at least, you know, some variety of people in your day to day, and if people are willing to take the step to keep going further and further, you know, leave your town, city, state, etc., go explore, go ride, you know, you'll come to realize that the more people you meet, the more variety. I guess variety is a better descriptor. This is going terribly good.
Yeah. I think we had decided before to leave that subject alone because we had not were not successful in capturing the video, but had a hell of a conversation. It was a real good conversation, and Benjamin's got some experiences himself that really add value to our narrative as to why this is significant, and also what he brings to the table from a spiritual standpoint. You know, tell us about the story that you told me about when you were in school.
Oh yeah.
I think what happens is we started out the conversation before, and I said that I am a descendant of slaves.
Yes. Yes.
And Benjamin said,
I'm a descendant of slave owners.
right. And we were talking about unity, and is this realistic?
Right.
Is this realistic that we can actually bring diverse groups of people together, retell America's story, and make a difference at the same time?
Yeah. So there was this moment I was I had mentioned the other day, but so basically when I was in grade school, you know, we were I think it was I'm from Mississippi, very small town.
Tell them where you're from.
Very.
And my folks are from Mississippi.
Very
also.
rural Mississippi, small town. Everybody knows everybody. So we're in school, and the teacher is giving a lesson, you know, and we're not really paying a lot of attention. And they start talking about slavery, you know, all that kind of stuff, and everybody's kind of glazing over. And then they mentioned, you know, a lot of people in here are, you know, descendants of slaves. Some of your parents may have owned slaves. It's a little bit of an awkward thing, you know, so everybody's just kind of like, yeah. And then, you know, they mentioned the fact that, you know, a lot of times when slaves were freed, they would take the last name of their masters, basically. And so, you know, I'm sitting there right next to this African-American gentleman named Jimmy Walker, and he looks at me and I look at him, and man, you could have cut the awkward was with a knife, because I mean, in my head, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, but that's not me. And then in his mind, he was like, man, this is real. Looking someone in the face and having realizing that sort of thing was there. I mean, it felt so crazy that was real, and just it was like somebody yanked the curtain out from in front of our eyes. And so it was kind of at that moment that we could both feel how unjust and just terrible that was. And if there's any way at all you can even alleviate that from somebody's life, I mean, why not? Might as well go ahead and try to do everything you can. So moments like that in the rural South really hit home. And it's just, he's Jimmy. We played on the playground. It's no big deal, but it wasn't that long ago. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, really. When you say it wasn't that long ago, you're talking about slavery, you're talking about the situation?
Both.
Yeah,
really. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, hurt people, and unfortunately, our segment of the community is really hurting, and healing. Yeah, it's something that's going to have to take place on both sides. But we're not here to save the world, folks. Don't get the wrong impression. We were just having a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't trying to save the world.
I think the conclusion was that people are just people, you know, and when you're riding, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was really concerned from one person to another.
Right.
We got some really interesting people in this world, and not everybody is nice. And I was really concerned about, your affiliation with what we're trying to do and how it could possibly
for sure.
or negatively impact, and what can we do to possibly, in this case, alleviate that.
Sure.
Whether you operate from the foreground or the background.
Absolutely.
But you've decided to. Here we are.
Yeah.
And so that says a lot too. So glad to have you, man. And
man. Fantastic to be here.
it means a lot to be able to bring together diverse groups of people who feel passionate about the same thing.
Oh man, it is the most worthy of causes.
Yep.
I am so glad to be on board.
Absolutely appreciate that. But keep in mind, everything that we're doing is central or to two wheels, right? So this is about motorcycling first, and then everything second. So have some fun, then do some good. So we're trying to find some ways to bring people together to do just that with Ride for Change, Ride for Hope.
Yeah.
And Benjamin has taken our logo and has refreshed our logo to this new logo.
Yep.
Great job, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
So
it.
yeah, this is
My pleasure.
brochure that Benjamin has recently laid out. And we're handing this brochure out to everybody today and throughout the event. It really articulates who we are, what we're trying to do. And central to everything that we are doing is bringing together those local teams, the infrastructure, so that we can have channels to distribute information, products, World of Soul Motorcycle Community products, programs, services, and events. You can find out more without even having the brochure here today by logging on to ridersunited.org. That's ridersunited.org. If you feel that this is a good fit for you, you should go ahead and subscribe to the association and select that box that says, I want to be part of a local team. This gives us a couple of things. It gives us the resources financially to move forward our agenda. And it also gives us you as a resource to help do that in the local community. What we're trying to do is massive. I hate to say it like that, but it's a big undertaking. For me, it's not, because this is what I do. I don't do small things, and I just feel like it's a worthwhile effort to demonstrate, what a World of Soul motorcycle community could be.
Absolutely.
And in order to do so, we've got to bring together Riders United to serve humanity. It's not about saving the world, it's about how we can better serve each other as motorcyclists. You'll learn more as we continue to scale the opportunity in the community. because there's so much involved, we have to put out a little bit of information at a time so that everybody can kind of catch up and be on the same page. Right now, we're asking everybody to become familiar with the fact that we're working on our outreach plan. And how can we reach local communities? It's through you, the riders. The benefit of World of Soul Motorcyclists Association over any other type of motorcycling association, namely the ones that wanted to have us as their partner and create a cool branded membership called AMA. They're in Columbus, Ohio. We're in the cities in which you are when we build these local teams. So we are where the riders are. And that being the case, we really want to put local communities in a situation where they can really benefit. And not only benefit riders, but also young people in association with motorcycling. So Benjamin, man, I want to thank you once again for,
Oh, man.
It's been what, 5, 6, no, it's been at least almost a year.
Yeah, I think it's been right here.
That we've been working together, and it's been a real pleasure. So we're looking forward to moving forward. We want to move forward with you now. So go to ridersunited.org and log on today. And if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the association. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. And if you're in the Florida area, come on down to Daytona, man, to Daytona, Destination Daytona. It's an absolutely fabulous facility. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you think when you were coming off the highway?
So coming off the highway, yeah, I'd seen photos of it, but when you get to the exit, you realize it's not just a building. It's massive. It's like a neighborhood, and I've been to a bunch of events, and this one dwarfs them all for me personally. But it's humongous. And the amount of riders and the variety of people here, it's unreal.
Think about the vendors too that are here.
Oh,
Anything
yeah.
you're looking for, you're going to find it here. From
Yeah.
patches, t-shirts, pins,
Bike service, I think.
bikes, yeah, service,
Installation of parts.
installation
Yeah.
of parts, exhaust,
Yeah.
radios, lights, you name it.
They've got live music. Yeah.
Live music all over the place, several different stages, and food trucks out here, man. And you go to the bar, you're gonna get some entertainment at the bar because the barmaids have the best uniforms out here. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
At any rate, we'll talk to you later. Have a great one, everybody.